Let's talk about pens. Okay, let's start with the big boy. This is my refillable fountain pen. It's a Lamy Nexus. I'm not particularly loyal to the brand. It's just the first one I found and it's done the job. You can see it covers a lot of ground really quickly. If you were doing a black animal, you would definitely want a refillable fountain pen because it's so inky. You can actually get different nibs as well. So if you wanted something finer, you can definitely get a finer nib. To refill this, you would want a big bottle of carbon ink. Mine seems to have gotten really inky over the years, the inside refillable cartridge. So I will get really inky doing this, but you don't have to. So this is my cartridge inside, and you pull it out like so, and you can see it here like that. And basically to fill it, you put it in the pot and you twist it until you suck all the ink up into the pen. Make sure I'm doing it the right way. I only need to do a little bit like that. And then we've got a full ink cartridge. I think the mess also comes from touching that, which is a little bit messy. And you do want kitchen paper on hand. There we go. And then if ever this kind of dries out while you're working, what you can do is you can twist. I'm going to twist now and you'll see a little bit of ink coming out the base. There you go. You can see it building up. Oh, there it goes. It fell off. So I twist just a little bit until I see a little smidge of ink. And that means that I've pushed the ink down so it's compressed and it'll come out better. Because sometimes because the ink is quite thick in there, it doesn't flow out as easily. So that's something you can do to troubleshoot. You can also dip it in water. I just did that off camera, which is completely unhelpful. But that can help. Sometimes you just need to reactivate the nib. If ink's dried on it in the morning, you might come in and find out that the ink's not coming out properly. So if you just wet it, just dip it in clean water or your paint water, and then a bit of kitchen paper over the nib, and that should start running again. Okay. Now, even though that is waterproof, it comes off your hands immediately if you go and wash them. So next we have the Tom Studio pen. The reason I went and washed my hand is I want you to see how clean this pen is in comparison to the fountain pen. So this is a refillable fine liner. I've got an 05 nib in it. So you can see the comparison in line to the fountain pen, and it would take a lot longer to cover ground with this, but you probably want an 08 nib in there anyway. You buy a packet of nibs off them and then you change the nib, which I'm going to show you how to do. So if you want to change the nib, take the gold cap off. There we go. And then you come and get the nib. So grasp the metal bit, that comes out really easy. So that is our nib there. And then you can take a knife or a credit card, and there's a little slit at the top, and then you twist, and then what comes out is the cartridge. Now to fill this, you would literally dip that in your ink pot, and the first time you do it, you can see the ink rising up. Obviously now it's black. So that's really easy to do. But I mean, I love this pen. I think it's just fantastic, and it is more expensive. It's between 50 and 60 pounds. But honestly, if you're going through quite a few fine liners, these are a couple of quid, and over time it just gets really expensive. Whereas this, you only need to replace the nibs and it'll pay itself off really quickly. You buy a little packet of nibs. Oh, that's an empty packet. I've gone through mine, but yeah, you get clean nibs and you can just swap them in, and you can buy different nibs of different sizes. Highly recommend that. However, if you are just doing a little bit of drawing, of course, you can just go with the disposable fine liner. These are fantastic brands. If you're starting out and you're not sure if you want to invest yet, these are the pens to go for. Sakura Pigma Micron is my favorite. You want an 05 and an 08 to start off with. And same, this is another brand, Faber Castell, that I recommend. Same sizes for those ones. So yeah, these are my pens.